Welcome, style enthusiasts, to a journey where limited square footage meets limitless elegance. I'm so thrilled to have you here as we explore one of design's most captivating paradoxes: how Parisian apartments, often compact in size, achieve such breathtaking grandeur and style. Today, we're unlocking the secrets of Parisian designers who have mastered the art of making small spaces feel both luxurious and deeply personal. If you're dreaming of a home that whispers, "Je ne sais quoi," rather than shouting, "I'm tiny," you're in the right place. By the end of this video, you'll be armed with inspiring, practical ideas to transform your own space. So, make yourself a café crème, get comfortable, and don't forget to hit subscribe and ring that bell for more design adventures that turn your home constraints into stunning style statements. The magic of any Parisian home begins not with furniture, but with its architectural soul. Before selecting a single piece of decor, Parisian design focuses on creating a refined and timeless foundation. This involves embracing classic elements like elegant moldings, known as boiseries, on the walls and ceilings, which instantly add depth and character. The floor is another canvas for sophistication. A medium-toned chevron or herringbone wood floor is a quintessential choice that provides pattern and interest underfoot. Even if you're renting or in a modern home, you can recreate this look with peel-and stick moldings or by focusing on a single statement wall. The goal is to build a backdrop that feels intentional and elegant, a neutral yet rich stage upon which the rest of your story will unfold. This foundational elegance is what allows Parisian spaces to feel grand, no matter their actual dimensions. Now, let's dive into the heart of Parisian modernity, the artful juxtaposition of old and new. This is not merely decorating, it's about creating a dynamic dialogue between different eras within your four walls. Imagine a sleek, contemporary sofa positioned opposite a pair of classic Louis XVI armchairs, or a minimalist dining table illuminated by an ornate, crystal chandelier. This is the core of Parisian chic, a style that thrives on intentional contrast. As experts note, these unexpected pairings are the true hallmark of the aesthetic, transforming individual pieces into striking focal points. The result is a space that feels collected over time, full of personality and narrative, rather than one that looks like it was purchased in a single day from a showroom. It's this effortless blend of history and contemporary life that makes a Parisian home so captivating. In a Parisian interior, every piece of furniture has the potential to be a sculptural masterpiece. This is especially powerful in a small space, where fewer items need to command more attention. Focus on selecting pieces with beautiful, organic shapes that captivate the eye, a curvaceous sofa, a rounded coffee table with elegant legs, or a standalone console with a striking silhouette. Designer Michelle Harrison suggests incorporating sculptural vintage pieces, like a unique coffee table or a side table, to instantly infuse Parisian character. These pieces do double duty. They serve a functional purpose while acting as art, adding a layer of refined sophistication without requiring extra wall space for artwork. This approach encourages you to see your furniture not just as utilitarian objects, but as opportunities to inject artistry and fluid lines into your daily life. The Parisian color strategy is a masterclass in creating serenity and space. Begin with a soft, neutral canvas of whites, creams, delicate taupes, or pale French blues and greens. This light-filled palette is not about being bland, it's about creating a sense of airiness and reflecting as much natural light as possible to make your rooms feel open and breathable. This soothing foundation makes a small space feel larger and more tranquil, providing the perfect backdrop for more dramatic accents. As the team at Decorazy explains, these neutral tones create a calm, timeless feel that is quintessentially Parisian. It's the equivalent of a crisp white shirt in your wardrobe, utterly versatile, always chic, and the perfect starting point for building a layered, sophisticated look. Once your neutral canvas is established, it's time for the thrilling part, introducing strategic pops of color. Parisian design is far from monochrome. It uses color with purpose and restraint to create focal points and energy. Think of a deep burgundy that zones a dining area in an open-plan space, a rich emerald green velvet armchair, or sapphire blue artwork that draws the eye. The key is to let these hues sing against a quiet background, ensuring they add depth and character without overwhelming the senses. As seen in projects by Parisian studio Space Factory, color can be a brilliant tool for cleverly carving a small, open-plan home into designated, intimate areas, making the entire space feel more organized and thoughtfully composed. One of the most clever tricks in the Parisian design playbook is the choice of leggy furniture. In a small space, visual weight is the enemy of airiness. So, opt for sofas, armchairs, and tables that are raised on slender, exposed legs. This simple choice allows light to flow freely beneath the furniture, creating a sense of openness and making your floor space appear more expansive. This technique tricks the eye into perceiving more square footage than actually exists. By revealing more of your beautiful flooring, whether herringbone or simple hardwood, you add another layer of texture and pattern to the room. It's an effortless yet profoundly effective way to maintain a feeling of lightness and avoid a cluttered, heavy look. Parisians, especially those in dense arrondissements, are masters of the multifunctional space. This philosophy is about ensuring every piece of furniture and every corner earns its keep. Think of a beautiful wooden trunk that serves as a coffee table while storing linens, a Murphy bed that disappears into the wall to transform a home office into a guest room, or a dining bench with hidden storage. As designer Jennifer Jones demonstrates, a hidden twin-size Murphy bed makes far more sense in a tight space than a large, permanent sleeper sofa. The goal is to create a home that adapts to your life's changing rhythms. By embracing this versatile approach, you can have all the functionality you need without sacrificing an ounce of style, ensuring your small home is as practical as it is beautiful. No Parisian apartment is complete without the strategic use of mirrors, and this is a powerful tool for amplifying small spaces. A large, ornate gilded mirror is more than just a decorative object, it's a key player in your design scheme. Positioned to reflect a window, it doubles the amount of natural light in a room, instantly making it feel brighter and more expansive. An oversized mirror also creates a captivating visual depth, giving the illusion that the room continues beyond its physical walls. Don't be afraid to choose a mirror with character. A vintage find with some desilvering or an elaborate gold leaf frame can add a layer of history and grandeur, serving as a stunning focal point while performing its space-enhancing magic. In a Parisian home, books are not just for reading, they are essential elements of decor, reflecting a life of curiosity and passion. Showcase your love for literature by artfully integrating books into your space. This could mean built-in shelves flanking a fireplace, decorative stacks on a coffee table, or even a small pile on the floor next to a comfortable chair. This approach does more than just store your collection, it adds warmth, texture, and personal history to your interior. Books, with their varied spines and heights, introduce color and a sense of lived-in elegance. They tell your guests what you value and provide a wonderful, personal touch that is both intellectual and cozy, making a house feel truly like a home. Lighting in Parisian design is never an afterthought, it's a central character in the story of the room. Ditch the bland, overhead fixture and embrace a statement chandelier or a sculptural modern pendant. A stunning crystal chandelier suspended in a living room or even over a bathtub instantly evokes the grandeur of Parisian interiors. But the real secret lies in layering your light sources. Combine that central icon with a mix of wall sconces, table lamps, and floor lamps to create a warm, inviting ambience. Multiple light sources allow you to set different moods for different times of day, making a small space feel richer and more dynamic. This focus on illumination enhances the atmosphere and adds a layer of harmonious elegance. Parisian elegance is a deeply sensory experience, achieved through a masterful layering of textures. This is how a neutral space avoids feeling cold or sterile. Introduce warmth and depth through a variety of tactile materials, the soft drape of silk taffeta curtains, the plush pile of a velvet cushion, the rustic weave of a linen throw, the cool touch of marble on a side table, and the organic warmth of a vintage Persian rug. Mixing these textures creates a rich, visual tapestry that invites touch and contemplation. It's this careful combination of finishes that makes a room feel curated, cozy, and incredibly luxurious. Your home should be as delightful to feel as it is to behold, and texture is the key to unlocking that dimension. A common fear in small spaces is clutter, but the Parisian approach is about curated display, not minimalistic hiding. The mantra is simple: display beautiful objects and hide the rest. This means having closed storage for everyday items that can cause visual chaos, while proudly showcasing a few special pieces that tell your story. A collection of artisanal pottery on a shelf, a beautiful vintage carafe on a tray, or a few cherished family heirlooms on the mantelpiece, these are the elements that add soul. This practice requires editing. Be intentional about what you put on display. Each item should have breathing room, allowing its beauty and significance to shine, transforming your shelves and surfaces into a personal gallery of your passions. In a studio or loft-like space, creating distinct rooms is essential for psychological comfort and functional living. Parisian designers excel at using architectural illusions to achieve this. Instead of building solid walls that block light, they use color to zone different areas. A deep hue on one wall can anchor a living space, while a lighter tone defines a sleeping alcove. Another brilliant tactic is the use of interior arches or half walls. These curved openings create a soft, graceful division between spaces, like between a living room and a kitchen, without interrupting the flow of light or the feeling of openness. They add an architectural detail that feels both classic and modern, providing definition while maintaining the airy, spacious feel you've worked so hard to create. The charm of a Parisian home is often intertwined with a touch of the natural world. Greenery is not just an accessory, it's a vital element that brings life, color, and a sense of freshness into an urban interior. The approach is always elegant. Think of a tall, slender fiddle-leaf fig tree in a neutral pottery planter, a graceful orchid on a side table, or a vase of dried hydrangeas that provides texture and a timeless, rustic charm. To save floor space, consider hanging plants from the ceiling in macrame hangers or placing them on high shelves, allowing their tendrils to cascade down. This introduces a vibrant, organic element that softens the hard lines of furniture and architecture, making your home feel more alive and connected to nature. How you arrange your furniture can make or break a small space. The Parisian secret is to float your furniture rather than pushing everything against the walls. Create a cozy, intimate conversation area in the center of the room with your sofa and chairs, allowing for clear walkways around the perimeter. This clever layout gives the impression of larger spaces by letting the walls recede, making the room feel wider and more open. It also creates distinct islands of functionality within a single room. Be sure to respect the proportions of your space. Choose furniture that fits the scale of the room to avoid overwhelming it. A thoughtful, flowing layout is the invisible architecture that makes daily life both beautiful and effortless. Let's look down for a moment, because the floor is a foundational element of Parisian style. While we touched on foundations earlier, the herringbone pattern deserves its own moment of praise. This classic Parquet de Versailles pattern is more than just flooring, it's a work of art that adds movement, history, and a sense of luxury underfoot. The dynamic zigzag pattern draws the eye across the room, naturally expanding the perceived space. In a neutral-colored room, the rich, warm tones of a wooden herringbone floor provide essential warmth and visual interest. If installing new flooring isn't an option, you can achieve this look with high-quality laminate or even a well-patterned area rug that mimics the classic herringbone design, bringing that timeless Parisian heritage into your home. Parisian interiors are deeply personal, and your walls should tell the story of who you are. Move beyond standard poster shop art and build a curated gallery of pieces that you truly love. This could include a mix of classic 18th century prints, modern black and white photography, sketches from a local artist, or even your own children's framed drawings. For added drama and to draw the eye upward, stretch your gallery wall all the way to the ceiling. This vertical emphasis makes the room feel taller and adds an element of eclectic, collected charm. The frames themselves are part of the decor. Mix and match gilded, black, and natural wood tones for a look that feels evolved over time, turning your wall into a captivating visual diary. Windows in a Parisian home are treated as precious frames for the world outside, and their dressing is always deliberate. To maximize light and create a sense of height, hang your curtains as close to the ceiling as possible, letting them cascade down to the floor. This simple trick gives the illusion of soaring ceilings. Opt for light, airy fabrics like silk taffeta in ivory or pale French blue, or sheer linen that diffuses light beautifully while maintaining privacy. Avoid heavy, dark fabrics that can swallow light and make a room feel smaller. The goal is to enhance the connection between the interior and exterior, allowing your room to be bathed in a soft, luminous glow throughout the day. True Parisian style is found not just in the grand gestures, but in the delightful, small-scale details that signal a life well lived. Designer Janine Bergeron perfectly captures this spirit with her advice: "Ayez toujours une bouteille de champagne dans le frigo," always have a bottle of champagne in the fridge. This ethos extends to your decor: a crystal champagne flute on a silver tray, a beautiful ceramic vase always holding fresh or dried flowers, a stack of vintage books with leather spines, or a scented candle casting a warm glow. These are the touches that speak of readiness for celebration, of an appreciation for the everyday luxuries. They require no extra space, but they add an immeasurable amount of joy and sophistication to your home. As we near the end of our journey, it's important to see how all these elements weave together into a single, cohesive tapestry. A Parisian home is a symphony, not a solo. The neutral palette connects the spaces, the mix of textures adds depth, the strategic pops of color create rhythm, and the curated personal items provide the soul. Every choice, from the grandeur of the flooring to the simplicity of a single vase, is intentional and works in harmony with the whole. In a small space, this cohesion is even more critical. It prevents the design from feeling chaotic or piecemeal. Your home should feel like a single, elegant narrative, where each room flows seamlessly into the next, united by a common language of refined, effortless style. Transforming your space with Parisian flair may feel like a daunting project, but remember, every iconic Parisian apartment was built one choice at a time. You don't need to do everything at once. Start with what speaks to you most powerfully. Perhaps it's painting your walls a soft cream, hunting for the perfect vintage mirror at a flea market, or simply swapping out your throw pillows for textures in velvet and linen. Embrace the process of collecting and curating slowly, allowing your style to evolve organically. The most beautiful homes are those that reflect a personal journey, not an overnight makeover. Be patient, trust your instincts, and enjoy every step of creating a home that is uniquely and elegantly yours. And there you have it, a comprehensive guide to infusing your small space with the timeless, elegant, and utterly captivating spirit of Parisian design. We've journeyed from the foundational bones of a room to the final, sparkling details that make a house a home. I hope you feel inspired, empowered, and ready to look at your own space not for its limitations, but for its incredible potential. Your elegant escape from the ordinary awaits your creative touch. If this video sparked ideas for you, please let me know which one you're most excited to try in the comments below. I love reading your stories and seeing your transformations. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who loves design, and subscribe to our channel for more content that helps you live a more beautiful life, one room at a time. Until next time, au revoir and happy decorating.